garbage, waste, and more heaps of garbage. Walking along our estates, streets and towns, this is a common sight. With an estimated 600 grams of waste attributed to each Nairobi resident and declaration of Dandora dump site full is clear indication we have a waste disposal problem. However, all is not lost. There are two people in the country who have found ways of turning this garbage into treasure. I will be visiting Nyeri and Nakuru County to find out how they do this. We visit Restart Africa, an organization based in Gilgil in Nakuru County. They recycle waste papers and cartons which they collect from schools within their locality to make briquettes. Briquettes are an alternative form of fuel which resembles charcoal. Here we meet Kevin Karuga, a sociology graduate. Kevin finds treasure in papers and cartons dumped as waste.
Once collect hizo takataka, penye watu tunazitoa, unapataga kila kitu imemixiwa. Makaratasi ndani, paper bags ndani, hadi pampers, kila kitu, mangozi za mandizi, hizi peelings za any fruits, kila kitu kwa mix into one thing. And apparently atutumizo everything. So we have to separate them. We call it the sorting out process. So like saizi ukiangalia, that's what they're doing here. Wanatoa hizi boxes zinahitaji ndo zile zinawekwa ile upande hivi.
On a weekly basis, the group collects about 2 to 3 pickups of waste from schools within the locality. After sorting out the different types of waste papers, they then soak them in plain water to soften up. The soft papers are soaked in water for about an hour, while the cartons are soaked for a day. This is because they take different lengths of time to get ready for mashing.
So what we always do, we have easy drums mbili. Tunakuwaga ever full. So saizi wataingiza zote zinaweza kuwa soaked easily upande. This is take a lot of time to on this other side. Yeah, then we just use only water. Hii ndo our liquid yenye tuna mix kama part and parcel of the binder.
These mashed papers are then mixed with the special liquid and biomass waste from charcoal dust. A ratio of 1 for the waste paper, 1 for the binder, and 3 for the biomass is used. After putting these components together, they are mashed for about 3 minutes using a mortar and pestle to ensure a smooth paste is achieved.
This is the most core and the most fundamental part of everything. If you mess here, inamaanisha umemess kila kitu.
The mixture produced is then poured on a pipe 1 foot, which has the capacity of making 5 to 7 briquettes. The pipe is perforated to drip water out once pressed by the press machine. With this, the briquettes are now ready. They are dried in direct sunlight for about 2 to 3 days to make them ready for use. They supply these briquettes to schools, hotels, and institutions. We visited one of the institutions that uses these briquettes. Nancy, a cook here, had this to say about the briquettes.
How tunaona ni advantage juu hakuna uchafuki. Ile chakula inaiva vizuri pole. Halafu tulikuwa tunakohoa sana juu ya moshi na kajiko ni kadogo.
A 2 kilogram container of briquettes costs 35 Kenya shillings, which is half the price of a similar amount of charcoal. These briquettes have been tested at the University of Nairobi and found safe for use. They burn for a longer time than charcoal, that is about 6 hours.
Haishiki ile nini ya black haishiki. So unaona hata kai ikishika kidogo tu moshi nini kidogo hivi ni kuosha tu na nini na kaskraba tu inatoka haraka.
Polythene bags are part of us, be it in the packaging of household foodstuffs such as sugar, milk, or even when picking stuff from the mama mboga. Waste, especially polythene bags, have caused soil degradation and poisoning. Michael Thenge from Nyeri County has found an innovative way to deal with this plastic waste.
Sasa kitu ya kwanza ni kwenda kwa environment kuokota makaratasi.
After collecting the plastics along the roads and the nearby Dhunguma market, we head back to his workshop where it all takes place.
Ninafanya sorting, ninachagua.
During the sorting process, the clean plastics are separated from the very dirty ones. The harder plastic bottles are split using a panga. The dirty plastics are washed with plain water and put outside to dry in the sunlight.
Ninafungua hii mashini vizuri, ninaziweka hapo ndani. Hapa kuna gasket. Hiyo gasket inazuia hizo vapors zisitoke hapo ndani. Sasa ninafunga kabisa. Concept ni pasiwe na oxygen ndani yake.
The pyrolysis machine has a reactor inside made of stainless steel metal, as it is a good conductor of heat and does not burn. This process is basically a replica of the fractional distillation. While Kenya still faces a challenge in waste management, Sweden has run out of garbage and now they have to import. The country relies on waste to heat and provide electricity to thousands of homes.
Nikishamaliza kufunga kila kitu, nimehakikisha nimefunga kabisa, iko tight vizuri. Sasa ndio ninaenda kuwakisha stima. Hiyo ni hon.
This invention is still in the piloting stage and fortunately it's working. Michael is optimistic a well-wisher will find him to make a bigger machine. The light gases emitted are collected in a jerry can with water to avoid polluting the environment. Michael says if trapped, this gas can be used in cookers. And true to his word, the gas lights up when lit. This fuel has been tested by the Kenya Bureau of Standards, with results showing the product has a higher content of kerosene than any other fuel. Surprisingly, we managed to siphon some liquid from the machine. This fuel can be used to cook as kerosene and also powers engines. To test if indeed it can be used to power an engine, we tried it in a power saw. To confirm if indeed it can be used as kerosene, Michael pours the liquid in a stove and lights it up. We test if it can boil milk, and voila!
Hey, that was so fast.
Now, if you thought it was a joke, this is milk that has been boiled using the fuel that Mr. Michael produces from plastics.
Ninaona hii project ikiwa commercial industry, na ninaona ikiwa imeajiri over 1 million youth and women. That is my target.